very good backs. I think this is, the year of the running back in this conference. And, their 1-2 punch is really, really good. I mean, there's certain backs that have really big numbers, McCaffrey, Booker, all those guys, but they're kind of the show at their school. They get the majority of carries. I think there's other schools that split the carries up a little bit, and this is Arizona State's one of those schools that does that. So I think the effectiveness of their run game is very similar to those schools we just talked about. They just share the carries, and those guys are both like, Balaj is 6'3" and 2 whatever and very fast, so that's different. And our other guy, he is short, compact, and elusive, but both really hard to tackle. A lot of respect for both those guys, Richards. And yeah.
Two teams in a real similar position, Coach.
Yeah.
What kind of a dogfight do you expect on Saturday? I mean, it's not for the season, but it's, for aspirations
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah, every one of these games is so important. And, I think they have a lot of similar feelings that we have, that we've been in some games that we've had a chance to win, that we just haven't been able to get over the hump. We know the type of talent that those guys have, but we also know, how hard this league is, and anything can happen. And so I think some of that's happened to them like it's happened to us. But this is a good football team. I mean, if we're paying attention to the record, we're paying attention to completely the wrong thing.
A couple weeks ago, you said you were really pleased with the sense of urgency with these guys,
Yep.
where you were at. Have you, since that continued, or do you build on that, or
Yeah.
where have you been since then?
I think the game will tell. That's what I really think. I think they've done a good job practicing, but there's certain guys that are really good practice players, and there's certain guys that practice like they're supposed to, and then take it another notch when it's Saturday, and so we'll see, because it is a different intensity, it's a different mentality on game day than it is practice, and I think for the most part, this team has done a good job on Saturday showing up and playing very hard. But we've been through a lot of hard things. It's been a long season. And so, we'll see what we do this Saturday.
Obviously, the rain played a big part in the turnovers last week.
Yeah.
Obviously, something that's going to be an emphasis, a priority all the time for you guys. But I feel like, I don't know,
Yeah.
more comfortable with it now than you were
Yeah.
Sunday?
I don't think the rain played a big part. I really don't. I don't think it had much to do with it at all. To me, it's a complete, maybe a little bit mentally when a guy just drops the ball. But the balls stay dry out there. There was a little bit of rain for the most part. Most of these guys have gloves, all that stuff. It wasn't rain that was coming it wasn't that type of game. And so I don't really think the rain had much to do with it. I think lack of concentration, lack of attention to detail, that had to do with it. And so that does go back to practice and tightening things up.
Do you feel like you have addressed it then? Or
We certainly have. I mean, anytime you have, those situations, yeah, and those are some of the things that can slide late in the year. I mean, it's not like we don't talk about it every day, but sometimes it's a wake-up call. And but I know this: we have 5 turnovers again, we're not winning.
Do you go back to Corey at punter?
Both those guys should get work. But yeah, Corey's he's very much back in the mix. He's a good punter. Like everybody, it's just a consistency thing. And guys make mistakes, but it's just it's nothing other than a lack of concentration.
How did you feel he handled that coming out and trying to clean it up this week?
I thought he was pretty good this week. I do. I think he was pretty solid, and we paid closer attention to he and Tristan, charting some things and some more eyes on and trying to challenge him.